My name is Erin. This is the Unconquered Butterfly channel, and we are going to be talking about fibromyalgia today. What is it? What does it look like? Things of those nature. So, fibromyalgia essentially means fibrous muscle pain. And that is a very vague understanding of what all the symptoms look like for fibromyalgia. And we are not going to talk about all of those symptoms because there are far too many. We're going to talk about my top 5. That's it. Just my top 5. That doesn't include all of my other ones, all of everyone else's other ones, and what that looks like for another person with fibromyalgia. This is always just going to be my perspective, my understanding of what fibromyalgia is for myself. It does look similar to others, but they also look different. And so because of that, this is my perspective. Just keep that in mind. Okay, so my top 5. Chronic pain, chronic fatigue, insomnia, brain fog, and mood swings. No fun. Let's talk about them. My chronic pain, which every person with fibromyalgia has, essentially, I just told you that it's muscle pain and it's chronic, meaning it's all the time, 24/7, every single day, for the rest of your life, chronic pain. There are some medications that can help, but for right now, it's not fully taken care of by medications. So my pain, it can vary. I get TMJ, I get neck pain, headaches, migraines, shoulder pain, leg pain, hip pain, and arm pain. It all depends on what I've been doing that day, the day prior, the days leading up to today, how much physical exertion I've been doing, how much typing I've been doing at work. All of those things matter because they're all using my muscles, and essentially my nervous system is more sensitive to the signals coming from my muscles, and sends more and more signals to my brain telling my brain that my muscles hurt, more than they should, basically. So all pain is understood in the brain. All signals are sent to the brain and then interpreted, and that's how we feel pain. So essentially, someone with fibromyalgia has those signals occurring more often, more quickly, however you want to look at it. The nervous system is much more sensitive to the signals being sent by the musculatory system and the outside world, so we can be affected by light, sound, smell, all of those things. We can be more sensitive to those. For me, I am more sensitive to them on my really bad days when I'm already in lots of pain. Now also the light hurts, the sounds hurt, all of those things. So the next one, which I mentioned, is chronic fatigue, and that is also 24/7. The day before last slept 12 hours. The day before that I slept 12 hours. Both times I woke up and I was still tired. I still could have slept another 4 hours. So it's being able to sleep many hours and still feeling like you need to sleep more. And it's being tired after doing simple things like taking a shower or getting out of bed and making yourself breakfast and feeling like now you need to get back in bed to go back to sleep. So it's not oh, I'm tired or I'm always tired because of such. It's literally my muscles are tired, my muscles are weak, I'm tired, I can barely keep my eyes open, I need to sleep for more hours, I've slept for 12 hours, but I still need to sleep for more hours because apparently I'm still tired. And it's great fun. So, sleep. Always tired. Coffee helps a lot. But also, coffee can make you feel like you have more energy than you really do, and you can overdo it. easily with coffee. So keep that in mind. The next one, insomnia. I can go over medications in another future video. There are some that help with insomnia that are not like Ambien or anything like that. And insomnia for me looks like getting into bed and my brain just going ruminating on all of those pain signals. Suddenly now I feel them all. They're all coming to light. If I wasn't noticing them before, now I'm noticing them. And there's pain everywhere. I can't find a comfortable position on my bed, so I keep tossing and turning, things like that. And then I don't sleep as deeply as I used to, so very small things, small noises can wake me up, and now I'm suddenly wide awake, and now I can't get back to sleep, things like that. So, for obvious reasons, when you have chronic fatigue, insomnia it makes that worse. And you're gonna find that with these symptoms, they are cyclical in that they all intertwine and make the other worse. So if you're chronically fatigued, or if you have chronic pain and you're really, really painful, you're also going to be more fatigued, more tired. If you haven't slept well that night, you didn't get hardly any sleep, now your chronic fatigue is worse, and you're more painful. So all of these things are really intertwined, and they, with one being worse, others get worse as well. So the next one is brain fog, and for some people that can be confusing to understand, but essentially it's how it sounds. Your brain is full of fog. So you can't think of what you were doing. Just 2 minutes passed. You struggle to come up with English words for things because you've forgotten how to speak. You walk into a room and you completely just lose your train of thought. Your mind is just a blank wall of nothing. You can't even come up with anything in your brain to create some sort of stream of consciousness, like, at all. There's just nothing. And that's really scary sometimes because maybe you're at work and you need to remember things, or you're trying to explain something to a customer or a client, and you don't remember the English word for something very simple, and you feel like now you're looking dumb. So, in front of the client, which is grand. Yay. So I feel like I get this way more so when I'm tired. Again, one thing makes the other worse. And when I'm really painful, because when I'm really painful, I can't keep thoughts of the pain outside of my head. The pain is so bad that that's all I can think about, and so because of that, then now I can't think about anything else. I can't remember what I was doing. I've literally taken a shower, washed my hair, and forgotten to soap my body, and gotten out and was like, gotta go back in. Woo. So it's not fun. And the last one is mood swings. So mood swings being, when you're really painful, I've gone from angry to horribly sad, crying, to happy, elated. Like, it's just all bad. Words are not even coming to me. Fibro. Yay. So, so I have found that, like, when I'm really, really in pain, just people talking can make me really angry. In my head, I'm normally like, oh, will these people just be quiet type of thing. I'm never outwardly angry to those people, but, in my head, I might be thinking some mean things. And then I, have had some really good crying sessions when I'm painful because I'm exhausted, I'm painful, I feel like my emotions are frayed, I can't think of like words that I normally should be able to think of, and it's just very depressing. So yes, I have a good cry every now and then when I'm really painful. So yeah, that's the symptoms of fibromyalgia, at least the top 5. Most people also have issues with digestion, TMJ, as I said. Dizziness is something I'll often have issues with if I'm really painful. There are so many other symptoms that it's hard to go over all of them. And I don't feel like I would do it justice, so I'm not going to. But those are the top 5. So if you know someone with fibromyalgia, if you think you are someone with fibromyalgia and you relate to these pains, I recommend doing your research, learning more about it, learning what it looks like in different people, learning the precursors that can make your pain and the chronic fatigue worse. Avoiding fibro flares. Flares are something that we talk about when a person with fibromyalgia is having a horrible day. They're extremely painful to the point where they struggle to get out of bed, struggle to feed themselves, struggle to walk. All of those things, that would be called a fibromyalgia flare. So we'll call them fibro flares, and that essentially means that that person is in extreme pain. Their muscles are weak and stiff and painful, and so they struggle to get out of bed. And I was having those a lot more when I was first being diagnosed with fibromyalgia, before I was placed on medication that has seemed to help some. But yes, they are no fun, and it's extremely painful and exhausting, and it really wears on you. So yeah, I hope that this information has been helpful. If it has, please let me know, like and subscribe, all of that jazz. But also leave a comment letting me know what you might like to learn more about, what maybe you would like me to cover better, some future videos, things like that. As I said, fibromyalgia can look different for everyone, and so don't take my word as the law of the land type of thing. But most people all have these top 5 symptoms, and they all have bad days where they can be worse, and then they can have good days where they are doing better. And sometimes it's not even a day, sometimes it's a good hour and then a bad hour, things like that. So keep those in mind. And with fibromyalgia, as it's not visible to the outward eye, remember that anyone you walk by could be having those issues, and you can't see it, it's invisible to you, and it's really important that we keep that in mind, because everyone is going through something that we can't understand, and we don't really need to. It's not our business. So just treating everyone with empathy and love. That's all for me. So I hope this was helpful. I hope that you are able to understand the person that you may know who has fibromyalgia a bit better. I hope that if you think you may have it, this helps you maybe in your research. And then for those who do have it, soft hugs to you. I'm very sorry. I know. Get some good sleep. Remember, don't feel bad for taking a break from things or saying no to things. It's okay. Rest up. Feel better. I love you all. Thanks. Bye.